Udo was good. Again. You know, I didn't think he had this normal, never had a feel for his changeup most of the game, and break them all was a little different. Pardon? What minutes? Calm for relief. No, but I think the shadows had a little something to do with it too. But it's good to see him survive there and have another good outing. I was excited for Jeremy and everybody, but he's down the well. You know, they're in that situation. They're trying to get it going again. What do you think the perfect situation is, Mike, in the playoffs to win it about 2 days left? Where you get your bullpen ready and have everybody all engaged in the competition?
I think win it on the last day and just keep going.
And then your bullpen's kind of fried. I think you need at least 1 extra day there. Like I said, the Texas-Houston thing got out of. How about clinching yesterday and then trying to figure out that you got to be really ready to go today? So was a bye at stake, the way I read it?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes, it was.
What else happened today? I tell you, I'm a little concerned about Ali. He got in between the Achilles tendon and his heel. He has to come out of game. That's a bite. So I know. I'm just talking to Billy and there about they're gonna get some pictures, make sure that we don't send him out of here with an issue there. Who else? Jeff's got another 2 or 3 weeks in that brace. What else medically? What do y'all need to know from the game? Anything else from the game? Okay. Michelle.
Buck, I'm sure you've had a lot of feelings throughout the day, but what was going through your mind during your final game?
Trying to win. You know, hoping Udo had a good outing to build on. All those 4 guys all have really come on a little bit. I want them to finish well. You know, we had 2 guys in the bullpen we could pitch today, so you know, I was hoping that he'd get deep in the game is what I was thinking about more than anything. And you know, I was kidding Lindor. He kind of messed up by getting 2 RBIs yesterday, and I kept. Then all of a sudden he's hitting 4th in the last inning. I was hoping to send him out to shortstop and in the middle inning take him out so everybody could acknowledge the year he's had, but I couldn't take the chance of him not getting an opportunity. I was really hoping that ball piece would fall so that he'd have a pop at it, but he still had an unbelievable year. And he's running on fumes. He's been that way for about a week. I hope everybody here appreciates what he does and brings. He's a special young man.
How did it feel with your entire team sitting out there when you brought them?
Oh, somebody made him do that, I'm sure. Shelby probably made him, had a cattle prod or something. Or somebody had done something in the dugout to get him out of there. But no, seriously, it's special.
Yeah.
The fans were outstanding today, as always. What else?
What was your reaction last night after the conversation with Billy?
Well, I just had some things to contemplate. Gave me a couple options, and you know, I think the players know I would never quit or resign, so that wouldn't. I was kidding with. I had 4 or 5 in my office early day, and they said, "Yeah, we would have seen through that in about 30 seconds." But I appreciate, you know, it was a classy move on the organization and Steve's part. You know, this organization's in a good place with Steve. You know, he's going to do. You know, he's always going to be in a competitive mode. And I just hope that I know the players will give the next manager the same respect and chance and honor, just like they did me after Louis, because Louis was and is a really good baseball man. Like I said, I wish I could have got to him before he took the job with the Yankees. I would have tried to keep him on the staff, but you know, not always fair, and you know, we should have played better. Simple as that.
Pre-game, you were reading off of a sheet that you had.
I just wrote some notes, but I had to freelance it because I'm not very good at it.
Well, it's not something we see from you a lot, so
I had collected some things just to make sure I didn't, because what happens, you get through with things like that, and you always wish you'd said something, but I've kind of given into that. It'll be, you know, I had 3 or 4 paragraphs, I got to about half of one before I winged it. Usually, so, you get a little older, you're afraid you might forget something. But I didn't.
Tony?
I know it's soon, but do you have any idea what you'd like to do next, and would you still like to manage somewhere if that opportunity arises?
Sure. I mean, I feel great physically. You know, actually, it's been I've been very proud to hold this together this year in the clubhouse and things. It's been one of the bigger challenges of my career to really stay on top of things and making sure, you know, with some of the challenges we've had in the past, you know, to be able to keep that from being the focus, and as good as y'all are at what you do, you know, to make that not something has been, you know, it's a real tribute to the players, to the leadership, and that's what bodes well for somebody walking into a great situation here. I mean, it's just a few things that will happen. A lot of it just helps with the players, and you know, I'll be pulling for them. I can tell you that.
Joel?
You don't need a mic, do you, Joe?
If you'd like, no. Who told you what yesterday?
Billy spoke to me after the game, after most of the people had kind of left.
Have you yet or ever spoken to David Stearns?
No.
Do you think it's strange that someone decided that you should be the manager of the team without ever talking to you and getting a feel for if he knows you, likes you?
You know, strange? No. What's strange, Joe, in today's world? I mean, you know, it is. People, you know, when you're asked to deliver something and you feel confident in the way that you have to deliver it, and you want to create the environment to deliver it in, because, you know, I understand the responsibility of those things, and no, I don't find that he, you know, a lot of coaches go in and won't, their offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, or whatever it is in football terms. I try not to dwell on stuff like that and live in it. You know, baseball's been very fair to me, all things considered, so no, I don't dwell on it too much. You know, everybody operates with a different mode of operation, and just because something's a little different doesn't mean we all confuse change with a lack of respect for tradition, and the way things may have been done doesn't mean they were right.
Tim?
How did you tell your players today, and what was their reaction?
I was tough. I obviously told my family first last night, and then first thing I did when I got here, I met with the coaching staff, because I think we got 3 of them that don't have a contract next year, and families that want to know. And then I met with the medical staff down there, training staff. I'm trying to get everybody in. I've got 5 or 6 players I want to talk to in my office, and did that, and then kind of made my rounds. It's tough because everybody's trying to get ready for a game, and trying to be respectful of that. But I didn't want them to hear about it somewhere other than from me.
Last one. Ted?
Doesn't have to be. I got nowhere to go now.
Were you surprised to be asked to go and talk to Billy?
So what?
Were you surprised
About what?
to go in and that Billy wanted to see you?
He came into my office, not in this game. You know, you know, a lot of people say this, but I do it. I don't read anything, and I don't listen to anything. If you're gonna watch a game with me during the baseball season, it's gonna be on mute. And if there's something Ethan can tell you, I come down here every day, I go, there's something there I need to know about, because it doesn't do me any good. The thing I have to do with the players, I can't have emotional ups and downs, and I can't interact with y'all every day if I read every little sentence that's being written. I know a lot of times you don't have anything to do with the headline. I know they can move something around for the number of words you're allowed, and the whole context changes. I can't listen to radio and TV broadcasts. I can't, because we care too much, and we know things. So no, I don't. You know, it takes a lot of discipline. Trust me. Unfortunately, your families and friends say, "Yeah, I read something or did," and I'm sorry, I would stop, because I have a charge to keep with the players, and I'm not going to give in to that.
Abby?
What are you most proud of in your tenure here, and is there anything you would have done differently?
Sure. I bet these people say I would never do anything different. Of course you would. If I'd known, I wouldn't have pulled that little girl's pigtails in the first grade. You know, looking back at me, you know, if I'd have known the guy was gonna give up, 3 on homer, I would've put somebody else in. Of course you'd change something, but, you know, I think the relationships with the players that stand the test of time. Coaches make a mistake of forgetting how hard the game was to play and how bad they were on a given day. There's a fine line between that sympathy and empathy. I'm not sympathetic to BS, but I'm empathetic to the challenges at home. And, you know, these guys have things going on in their lives every day. And there's a human element that you have to grasp in order to survive. Them too. And, you know, talking to Lindor and some of the guys in the office today, you know, you just want to impact them, give them some shortcuts. Don't make the same mistakes I did. That's tactics stuff.
Jerry,
Since the deadline, you've been talking about the prospects you guys got, the depth you're building in the organization, watching Binghamton. You know, how disappointing is it if you did not get a chance to try and see this through, and at least start next year?
Well, I'm gonna see them. I'm see them, believe me, yeah, a lot of, some of this false prospect, no, it's just, you know, you get the Baseball American, all the MLB, and that's great, they work hard, and those guys are good at it, but there's a lot of guys on there that, these are real guys, because they can defend and they're athletic. I know the vision that and I'm sure the new leadership would have had is about athletic. You see where the game's changing, and you look at Acuna, you look at Gilbert, you look at all these guys, I could rattle all of them off, all the way down to the guys out of rookie ball, and they all share a similar look, and you are gonna have some fun and see some good baseball here, so stay with them. There's better things ahead for the Mets.
But for you personally, the chance to manage them or chance to manage next year's
I
team.
found there's other people can do it as well as you. There'll be somebody good coming here, they'll have a lot of good people to pick from.
thank you very much, Buck.
That's it? I guess you won't, go ahead. Are we gonna talk about, Budo?
Actually, I was gonna ask about the fact that there was around third, nobody out, and the Mets didn't score.
Yeah, that's happened too much.
That seemed typical of the year, but.
That's happened too much this year. I looked at, you know what's funny about that? I've spent a lot of time looking at where we rank with it. Are we rolling eyes?
Yeah.
No, really, and we actually, we're in the middle of the pack. And it
Really?
tells you how bad that's become, just in baseball in general, because guys are chasing, you know, different things that pay well. Not necessarily our guys, it's just, you know, it's a different mindset with the infield back and, or infield in. It's been frustrating for our players as much as me.
I guess the other question, the other question I was going to ask, was, for your personal life, when you heard that there was gonna be a change in upper management, was that tough for you to kind of shut that out and just concentrate on your job as manager, just knowing there could be handwriting on the wall?
Not at all. I've always been I know what my job description is here, and those things are in good hands with Steve and Billy and the people that be left here, and there'll be, something new to grasp onto and feel good about for our fans. You know, I've got a certain affection for New York, so we'll see.
Thank you.
Who gets the win for the suspended game?
Did they announce that for sure?
No.
So you try to get that out of me, you're tricky. I know too much.
Thank you, Buck.